Here is the comparison between the 2025 Mini Cooper S two-door hardtop in Ocean Wave Green against the 2024 Mini Cooper S convertible in melting silver metallic. I'm Anthony from Hawkeye Rides, and I'm going to go over the differences between the two, what we gain and what we lose. Starting in the front with the refresh, you can see the octagonal grille has been reconfigured, looks a little bit more settled, whereas when you go into the 24, you're going to have a little bit more of a dynamic look, especially with the air breathers on the lower and the side air curtain. Both will get the LED headlights, daytime runnings, and cornering lights. The difference though is you're getting the gloss black elements that's going to surround it, where you're going to have more of the chrome elements surrounding the 24 model and around the whole middle of the Mini Cooper. Whereas when you go into the refresh, they now add the gloss black element, so it looks a little bit more sporty. We're gaining 12 horsepower more this year and 14 pound-feet of torque more. Both are going to get the 2.0 liter mini twin power turbo inline 4-cylinder, except we're now receiving 201 horsepower for the 25 with 221 pound-feet of torque paired to a 7-speed dual clutch automatic transmission. Going to the 24, we receive 189 horsepower with 207 pound-feet of torque paired to the same 7-speed dual clutch automatic transmission. Reaching 60, Mini is quoting at 6.3 seconds for the refresh, whereas the 24, we're getting 6.4 seconds. We're also getting better MPGs. Now we're achieving 28 MPGs for the city, 39 MPGs for the highway. On the convertible, we're at 27 MPGs for the city, 36 MPGs for the highway. We have the signature trim for the 24. That's why we have these 17-inch wheels, as well as the gloss black for the side view mirror caps. They're also power folding, whereas on the 25 model, we now have 3 different trims: a classic, a favorite, and the JCW. This is the favorite trim, so we're getting 18-inch. It's a two-tone. This is 70% made out of recycled aluminum material, so I like that we're going this route. The side view mirrors are going to get the white as well as the roof because of that trim, but we still receive the RC antenna, and when I'm thinking refresh, it's the same antenna as the 24 model. Reworked Union Jack LED taillights. This is going to be more vertical, a little bit more simplified in the rear, kind of understated for the performance increase, where when you go into the 24, you get the full Union Jack LED taillights. You're going to get the chrome surrounding it, dual exhaust outlets that's exposed in the center, so it looks a little bit more aggressive. Release. Cargo is going to be the same at 8.7 cubic feet of storage. You get a storage nook here, and you get a 12 volt here. It does go deep here. You can fold down the rear seats by split folding them right here, and you can also lift this top, increase cargo to the Mini convertible, but because this is a hard top, it's going to have a little bit more space, especially coming into the entrance with the 8.7 cubic feet. Underneath the floor is going to get more storage. It no longer has the holder to hold this, and you can split fold the rear bench in the back because I'm tall at a 60-40 split, and that will max cargo to 34 cubic feet. But we need to go inside and start these Minis up so you can hear that exhaust note. 6-way manual seat adjustment, heated front seats, manual cushion extensions, 12-way power seat adjustment for the driver, 8-way power seat adjustment for the passenger, JCW bolstered front seats with the Mini badging, piping, contrast stitch, heated front seats, no more manual cushion extensions. The 24 Mini and leg room. It's going to have that sporty style, 8.8-inch infotainment screen in the center. It doesn't cover up the whole screen. We do have navigation because of the signature trim, as well as Sirius radio, enhanced Bluetooth and USB connectivity. Put it into reverse and get a reverse camera with trajectory. It does expand out, and these LED rings will change colors whenever you're getting closer to an object, when you're riving it up, when you're changing the temperature of the climate, and the sound system. Dual climate control settings is going to be because of the signature trim, and we get the toggle switches with a storage pocket here, cup holders with the mini iDrive and a storage pocket. You can also lift this up. And the dashboard gets the gloss black elements. That's going to be in the center. It's a more flat dashboard layout, auto-dimming rear view mirror because of the signature trim. Napa leather wrapped steering wheel, 3-spoke, multi-function with the paddle shifts. The gauge cluster is going to be attached to the steering wheel, unlike the Refresh. Here will be a heads-up display, auto-dimming rear view mirror in the 9.4 OLED touchscreen, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, Sirius XM, AM, FM, streaming, Bluetooth audio. This is iDrive9, so this is the most up-to-date software. Use these toggle switches to put it into reverse, and we got a 360-degree reverse camera here. You can see it's more cleaned up, and you also have the assist. You could change the view, and you could do 3D view here so you can see all around the vehicle, as well as a car wash view. These are all new compared to the 24 model. Dual climate control settings is going to be on the infotainment screen in the 2-part dashboard. So it's going to have a cloth mixture with a pattern that'll go all around it, ambient lighting that's going to be on the driver's side and the passenger side. And I like this little seat belt design here. It's more cleaned up down through here with a wireless charging pad. A mini box that opens up to storage, USB ports, 12 volt. It's going to be a little bit more firm. And the new leather wrap steering wheel. Check out that 3 and 9 o'clock. That is a huge grip, multi-function, and yet again, you're going to get that seatbelt design right here. Dashboard and door panel configuring together. Standard is a 6-speaker, 100 watts. We have the upgraded Harman Kardon. You're going to get the pattern that comes in, and you're going to get the cloth inserts, one touch up and down for the windows, and a little bit longer storage with the beverage holder carved out in the front. The dashboard and door panels configuring together, and I like the circular air vents because it just gives more of a sporty vibe, especially the way the gloss black comes into the door pocket. One touch up and down for the windows, and a smaller storage pocket. For the back seats of the Refresh, headroom and leg room. You're going to have armrests on both sides, a cup holder, and kind of an armrest right here. No storage beyond any of the front seats, and you'll get the pattern behind it with 2 moonroofs. Whereas the back seat of the 24 headroom is not going to be an issue either. Leg space, you'll actually have storage behind both of the front seats with a cup holder in the center. Nothing to rest your arms, but you'll have storage sleeves on both sides. 6.3 seconds with 201 horsepower, 221 pound-feet of torque. You know the routine. The fun parts. She's hugging the road. It definitely still has that fun to drive go-kart feel. Put a smile on your face. Just grips like no other. It definitely has some power. The exhaust no filters in. You sit low to the ground, but the windows are large. They don't look so large on the exterior. And that exit. I mean, look how she's hugging. 189 horsepower, is there a difference? It still feels fun and playful. The big difference right off the bat though is the Refresh is a lot more smooth. The bolstering to it's a lot more soft. It just has more of a rigid drive here. Air noise will filter in a lot more so here. I do like the gauge cluster being on the steering column instead of just having a heads-up display. And the 8.8 inch, I'm all right with it. The OLED 9.4 looks cool, but it's a little bit more in your face. I like that we have a gear lever here as well, and we have manual cushion extensions, which you do not receive that for the refresh. Both of them will have the same 7-speed dual clutch automatic transmission. And to liven it up, and it's a Mini, so you can maneuver in and out of lanes without any issues. And we actually have paddle shifts. The styling is unique. It's going to look a little bit more aggressive on the exterior, keeping more of a heritage for the Mini. But if I'm looking for the everyday drive, the refresh Mini is a night and day difference because it's so much more soft and comfortable. It feels a little bit more space inside as well, even in the footwell area, and you're gonna have more of an echo when you're going into the 24 opposed to the 25. So the sound deadening full stop has been refreshed well. You're under 99 inches wheelbase, so you still get the go-kart feel. But I do like the styling a little bit more so on the 24 because it looks a lot more aggressive. Braking is not going to be as airtight as something like the JCW. Turn radius is going to be about the same. And you're going to have a little bit more of those pops that come into play in the 24 model. Going against comparable rivals, the Toyota GR Corolla, it's a great vehicle. But I feel like the refresh just knocks it out of the ballpark because pricing is going to be less. You're going to have more amenities in the interior. You're going to have more space. And if you're going against Honda, that's a longer vehicle. So it's going to be night and day difference. A Mini, you can just move in and out. It has that go-kart feel. None of the vehicles that it compares against will have that. Even if you think about the Mazda 3, they changed the suspension to a Torsen beam. Here, you have a multi-link rear suspension. That's why it's so fun. But is 12 horsepower and 14 pound-feet of torque more a deal breaker? I would say the only reason why I would choose the 25 over this is because of that softness in the drive. Performance on both variants is great. You're going to have a lot of fun and pleasure driving this on a day in and day out. Because it's so small and you're sitting right on the front wheels, let's rock and roll. She's going to slide all around. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. Check out the next video, merchandise, website, and Instagram. Leave a comment and a like. And I'd like to thank Mini of Wesley Chapel